Larry, just wanted to follow up on something you told reporters last week on this idea of creating an equal V. You said, I don't believe there's systemic racism in the U.S., which I found surprising given the moment that we're in, Larry, and given the economic data, which has only exacerbated the inequality we've seen post-COVID-19. Can you just clarify what you meant?
Well, I don't believe in systemic racism. I think the American system is the best system ever devised for mankind, for history. We are liberty, we are equality, we are fairness. We have come a long way in this country. Now, I will grant you, there are some people who may be racist. I will also grant you in the police, there are some bad apples. But my view has always been, folks have good hearts in this country, and folks do not work on the basis of discrimination, and folks understand the need for equality and opportunity. Here's a thought. President Obama, the first black president, was elected twice, and he got 79 million white votes, 79 million in 2 elections. Now, therefore, I find it hard to understand something called systemic racism. Now, can changes be made? Absolutely. President Trump is going to put out an executive order soon. We are working with Congress to do likewise, to help on things like training and accreditation. Maybe as Ray Kelly, the former New York City police chief, said, the executives of police departments should have more latitude to fire cops who are rogue cops or commit misconduct after misconduct. But on the whole, we have come so far in this country because of our open system, because we are a democracy, because we live in freedom and we believe in equality. You know, I'm old enough to remember all this legislation, all the Supreme Court cases in the 50s and 60s, Brown versus the Board of Education and Education, fair housing laws, voting laws. Those were monumental changes. There's a PBS, you got to watch this PBS documentary about the great black jurist and Supreme Court justice, whose name I've forgotten, who was, I'm sorry, forgotten him. I've been running off here so much at the tongue. But his work was phenomenal. Thurgood Marshall, please excuse me. And he changed so many things. So my point is this. We can learn from our history. We can learn from our mistakes. Our whole history shows that. And right now, we will once again learn from certain mistakes. Is this a systemic problem? No. Systemic means America is bad. America is wrong. I don't believe that. I never have believed that, and I never will.
I don't think it means America is bad. I think you have to look at the explanations for why, you know, the net worth of a white family is 10 times more than the net worth for a black family, or a black family led by a household with an advanced degree doesn't make as much as a white family who's led by a household with a high school degree. I mean, the statistics are endless. Half of black men right now don't have jobs, and black adults. So, I mean, that's what I think people are referring to when they talk about systemic racism in society.
Well, number one, I'm not sure what this systemic term really means, but you're describing very important economic problems, family breakup problems. This is a complicated matter. We won't settle it, I doubt, on this broadcast or this interview. But look, before the pandemic hit, we had the lowest African-American unemployment rate in history, okay? 5.8% in February of 2020. And before that, in 2019, I believe it got as low as 5.4%. In fact, all the minority unemployment rates in the Trump boom hit historic lows. Asians and Hispanics, for that matter, women, people with or without high school degrees. It was remarkable before the pandemic struck and got in the way. And I believe, again, as I said, this will go, this natural disaster will leave us, and we'll get back to where we were. All I'm saying here is we have seen tremendous social and economic progress in my lifetime, and I believe more is about to come. And that's why I do not believe in whatever it may mean, systemic racism. We're about progress. Americans learn from history and move on and progress from that. And I believe this crisis right now, whether it's policing and other matters related to policing. We can change this and we can improve this, and indeed we will.
Larry Kudlow, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.